Alright, I'm up on top of a fifth wheel. Today I got a skylight here. Got to get changed because my son put his hand through it. Also balance, it was rotten anyway, about to break anyhow. It was all rotten. So we're gonna peel off the rubber, pull up the skylight, show you how to do that, and put the new one on. Alright. First got to pull the rubber off. I'll show you the hole what it looks like, what he did. This big old hole. Look at there. Good thing got two layers in there. You got inner and outer on this one. We're just changing out the outer one on top. So, what I'm gonna do, use a scraper. It ain't so dull, you don't want to get a sharp one. Just gonna scrape this rubber off all the way around the edge so we can get the screws, the edge of the panel. We're gonna unscrew and pull it off, and then we'll come back and we'll scrape all this old rubber off of here, this sealer, clean it up good, and we'll put the new one on. What I do, I'll find the screw first, clean the screw off where you can get to it. Okay, that's good. Find the edge of this skylight. Really, all you have to do is just find that edge and clean down that edge, like so. Right this way. It'll peel off. Make sure your holes are cleaned out for your screw. Get the screwdriver in there and get them out. Ain't a whole lot to it. Okay, wheel, a square bit, take them all off. Alright, now got all the screws out, and more likely it's kind of glued down, so I'm going to have to scrape it off to pop it up if I can't see. It ain't too bad. It's got like a putty, like a plumber putty they usually use as a gasket material when they're putting this on. Careful on top of this RV. You don't fall off. It's good to have a scaffold on the side. But I can't put my scaffold up today because I'm on the edge of my property line and my neighbor don't like me too much because I got an RV parked right here on his side of the property. So that's a whole nother story. Here's skylight, there's a hole. This is what the inside looks like. Got the inside one. It ain't so bad. This is the roof right here coming down. Duct tape. But all I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna get my putty knife, scrape this off clean, get some warm water, clean it off good, and we'll put the new one on. Alright. Go to scraping. This part takes a little while. You don't want to tear your liner up on top of your roof. So make sure you do have a dull putty knife to scrape this off with. Be real careful, just work a little bit at a time. Don't get in no rush. In a rush, you're just gonna cut in your liner, and then you're gonna be real mad. Go ahead and clean all this off. I'll get back with you. Okay, I'm still scraping off this gasket, and I notice here this ain't the first skylight that was on here. If you look, there's a hole here, a screw hole, and a screw hole here. Everywhere there was a screw, there's two of them there, so that tells me one time. And also the gasket here that he used. Here's the latest one, and this gray right here is the original one. And they didn't clean it off before they put the new one on. They just slapped it on top of there and went with it. Also, when they redid it, they got a tear in here that they tore when they changed out the first one. So if you got a little tear like this, it ain't that big of a deal because I got to recoat this whole roof anyway. But when we seal around the top of this skylight, we'll cover that up real good. And I hadn't got very far yet. It ain't coming off as easy as I thought it might. So, alright, I got all the gaskets off of it. Took a while. Had 2 layers of gaskets on there, and they ripped this thing a couple of places here, there, on the corner here, way over here. Whoever did this last time, they didn't care about nothing. They just wanted to hurry and get the job done. They didn't clean the gasket off. They tore the liner all up. So I figured it was an RV shop somewhere. They didn't want to spend time to do it right. It would have cost them more money. So they just popped it off and put a new one on without cleaning it. Well, I'm got a wet rag here. I'm just cleaning it off the gasket surface. Couldn't quite get all that stuff off, but I got a good bit of it off where it'll seal good. Clean the dirt off and stuff where it'll stick. Alright. Clean up the top a little bit. Alright. Ready to put the new one on. Okay. There's my new one. I'm going to put the gasket on it itself. Now I just flip it over and set it in place. Right there. Yeah, that worked. What I got here is gasket I got from a RV shop or motorhome. Southern Mobile over here in Sulphur. All it is, just a strip. It's like a strip of plumber's putty almost, you know. It's kind of sticky. So we'll just roll this off on here. Put it over the holes. Put it over where the screw's gonna be. That way to put the pressure on. The gasket seals off. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 rounds on it, make it too wide, since I got a good. Go ahead and just put an extra layer on. I got plenty of gasket material, so let's go ahead and make it double wide here. Alright. Take that off. Okay. Ready to put it on. Make sure we got it good and square where we want it. Gasket's kind of sticky. About right where I want it, right there. Press it all down. Okay. Came with a new pack of screws. Screw it on down. Here where it's torn, I'm gonna have to, when I reseal the top part, I'm gonna have to hit that pretty good. So that don't leak. You don't want to screw it down all the way too hard because you don't want to crack it. You do want to screw it down to where it oozes out that gasket a little bit. And all I gotta do now is just put that rubber seal around here, cover them bolts and the crack here edge, and especially where they tore that liner on the roof. I get that covered. And then this weekend too, got some sealer. I'm gonna do this whole roof, this whole camper. See, the little roof's kind of like scaly, like alligator skin. Look, that cracks all that. So I'm gonna do that this weekend too. I'll be back and cover this screws. Okay. What I got some roofing, RV roofing coating. It's like a rubber, kind of thin. Go on here, I'm gonna seal off all these cracks and the bolts on it. Pretty good. Just wipe all this online. It's kind of thin. It's for to coat your whole roof. Be good to do that with it. If you want to seal up some seams like this that old and cracking, just want to go over it. What I like is Flex Seal, a rubber Flex Seal in a gallon can like this. Works real well. This here's a little thinner. That Flex Seal is a lot thicker. I like it better. I got this, so I'm gonna use it. Just glide it on there all the way around. Then I come back and I'll smooth it out.
I like that Flex Seal sticker. You work with better on this stuff. And of course, I fixed them cracks, tears they did in here. Put a little slope on it. Water don't stay on top. Water run off. Put a line on it. I like big old glass.
That's it. There it is. There. I'll redo the whole roof this weekend. It took me a few hours to do this job, but didn't cost me a whole lot.